Seneca once said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." However, imagine a scenario where the source of this imagined suffering often lies in the very company we keep. Could the key to tranquility be in recognizing who deserves our time and energy? Picture this: you're on a journey, one where each step is a decision, and each decision shapes your path. You're not simply walking this path alone, others join you along the way. Some walk with you, encouraging your steps, while others, perhaps unintentionally, place obstacles in your path. Today, we'll dive into a journey not of isolation but of selective companionship, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. In the realm of Stoic thinking, the focus is not simply on enduring challenges but on carefully choosing battles worth fighting. It's about understanding that sometimes the boldest thing we can do is to say no, to walk away from those who deliberately hinder our pursuit of a harmonious life. Now, let's shift our focus to a more specific aspect, identifying the 10 types of people that wisdom teaches us to approach with caution or even avoid. So, I invite you to travel with me through these insights, not as passive listeners, but as active participants in shaping a life of joy and goodness. Each character we'll examine offers a lesson in mindfulness and resilience. If you seek more such wisdom, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button. Stay with me until the end of this video, as you'll discover not only whom to say no to but also why it can be a significant yes to your peace and progress. Number 1. 1. The whiners. Imagine you're at a coffee shop, and the person next to you remarks with a scowl, "It's a strange kind of day where nothing goes right." This might seem like a small moment, but it's a window into the world of the complainers, people who often view life through a lens of disappointment. Epictetus once wisely stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The complainers, however, seem to have a habitual reaction of focusing on the negative. "Why does this always happen to me?" or "I can't catch a break," are phrases that regularly escape their lips. Their outlook doesn't just affect their mood, it can start to influence those around them, including you. Stoicism doesn't teach us to dismiss or ignore the struggles of others. Instead, it guides us to engage with empathy while maintaining our own inner harmony. When faced with complainers, a Stoic might first listen and then gently attempt to reframe the conversation. For example, in response to their lament about a bad day, you could acknowledge their frustration and then subtly shift the focus by saying, "Sometimes these challenges can show us what we're truly capable of overcoming." However, there's a delicate balance to be maintained. Stoicism also teaches us about the importance of protecting our own inner sense of peace. If you find that someone's constant complaining is starting to weigh on your spirit, it might be time to consider respectfully distancing yourself. This doesn't mean turning your back on them, but rather understanding that your responsibility to maintain your own tranquility is equally important. In a typical scenario, like a coworker constantly complaining about the workplace, a Stoic approach involves acknowledging their feelings but not getting engulfed in their negativity. Offer support and perhaps suggest solutions, but if their attitude starts to affect your own outlook, it's okay to set boundaries. Saying no doesn't always mean rejection, sometimes it's an affirmation of your own well-being. Number 2. 2. The controllers. "Nothing is so bitter that a calm mind cannot find comfort in it," said Seneca. This wisdom holds true when facing the controllers, those who often use guilt or subtle pressure to sway our decisions. Consider how often we hear, "If you really cared, you wouldn't hesitate," or "I've always been there for you, now it's your turn." These seemingly innocent phrases are classic manipulation tactics. The controllers challenge Stoicism's core value of authenticity, using emotional appeals to bend our will to theirs. Stoics believe in the power of a composed mind to see through such deceit. In encounters with controllers, a moment of pause and reflection is crucial. Ask yourself, is this request fair? Am I acting out of obligation or choice? Picture this: a friend continually seeks your help for tasks they're capable of handling themselves, saying, "You're my only point of reference." You feel honored yet overwhelmed. Here, Stoicism advises discernment. Helping is noble, but not at the cost of your peace. It's about balancing generosity with self-love. When you feel cornered, take a step back. Remember, your kindness is a gift, not an obligation. Seneca's words remind us that even in manipulation, a calm mind can learn to respond with integrity. True to Stoic philosophy, ensure your actions align with your values. Be clear and firm in your responses. If a request feels unfair, it's okay to respectfully decline. These controllers may seek to direct your actions, but they cannot take your inner peace. As Epictetus declared, happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle: some things are within our control, and some things are not. When you recognize their tactics, you regain control of your own story. Choose to respond with grace, not guilt, knowing your true worth lies not in fulfilling their demands but in honoring your own values. Now, I'm curious to hear from you. Have you faced these controllers in your life? How did you navigate the situation? Your experiences are valuable, and sharing them can help others who might be facing similar challenges. Feel free to share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. Number 3. 3. The self-important. In our journey through challenging personalities, we encounter the selfish. They are the ones who often make conversations about themselves with statements like, "That's nothing compared to what I've done," or, "You should see how I handled a similar situation." This egocentric approach stands in direct contrast to the Stoic ideals of humility and community. Stoicism, as practiced by philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, emphasizes the interconnectedness of all people. It teaches us to consider others as integral parts of a greater whole. However, these individuals often see themselves as the central figure, overshadowing others and hindering mutual understanding and respect. When interacting with the self-important, patience and tact are key. It's important to remember that their arrogance might mask deeper insecurities. Stoic philosophy encourages us to listen more and talk less, a principle perfectly expressed by Epictetus' teaching: "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we talk." Apply this by allowing the self-important to express themselves, but also guiding the conversation to be more inclusive of other perspectives. Imagine a scenario in a team meeting where a vain colleague consistently highlights their own accomplishments. While acknowledging their contributions is important, it's equally crucial to ensure that everyone's voice is heard. A simple yet effective way to handle this is to say, "Your achievements are indeed impressive. Let's also give others a chance to share their insights and experiences." This approach not only aligns with Stoic principles of equity and respect but also fosters a more collaborative and inclusive environment. In dealing with the self-important, the goal isn't to diminish their confidence but to gently remind them of the value of others' contributions. As you navigate these interactions, strive to embody the Stoic virtues of balance, respect, and empathy, creating space for everyone, including the narcissistic, to learn and grow.